This is Up for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. I'm Rachel. I'm here with my friends Kim.
Hello.
Hello. And Tracy.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you both. Haven't seen you in a while.
I know it.
Happy to
We're
be
not.
seen. I don't know what I was going to say there.
I just haven't seen you guys in a while. Today on Up for Grabs, somebody asked me earlier today, what are we talking about on the podcast today? And then I said, well, I made the topic, but I don't remember because I made it a while ago. This tells you how much I've prepared. And then I had to go back and look to see what I said. And I believe I said that we're going to discuss some things that make us happy.
Yes.
And I think the reason I think that's so funny is that the litany of things that we were all complaining about on the way upstairs to the studio were not a list of things that would make us happy.
Correct.
I know, a bad back, a broken tooth, a bathroom.
A bathroom that's in
shambles,
disarray.
lots of things.
Yeah, as we were going through our checklist, I thought, why are we so much fun? Oh my gosh. But maybe this is exactly what we need.
I was going to say, do
Let's
you
get
think
back to-
everyone would love to hear us go over a list of things that make us unhappy at the moment?
Well, actually, they might not.
No.
They might not mind. I think that could be fun as well. But today, we're going to try to keep it positive. We're going to try to overlook your back problem and my non-existent bathroom and a crown.
A crown, yes.
A crown on
On
your
my
tooth.
tooth, yes.
We're just going to focus on what makes us happy. Mm-hmm. I challenged you to think of 5 things. First question, was that hard to do?
I wanted it to be something that would be worth listening to.
Okay.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was hard for me.
Yeah, it was hard for me.
What was hard for me was not to list 5 things on TikTok
Exactly.
or 5 things of I tried to diversify my list
That
a little bit.
was what was hard.
That
yeah.
was the struggle for me.
Well, it started with, you're right, because at first I thought, what makes me happy? And then, of course, my first thought was something sweet to eat. My first thought went to food. I'm like, what the hell's the matter with me? Maybe I should get a little bit deeper than that and dig further to emotional, the true happiness.
Well, some of us may have food on our list, so don't be rude.
Well, no,
I was gonna say,
mine's
food
number
makes
1.
me really happy. So
Okay, well, let's start there then.
Okay.
I challenge you, Tracy. What's the food that makes you happy?
Okay. So, and mine has a story with it,
Oh, boy.
as you might imagine. So I wanted to discuss the cucumber craze that is going on
What?
TikTok, on social. How do you guys not know about the cucumber craze?
Again, I'm still not on TikTok,
Okay.
but I do need to hear about
There is
it.
a cucumber salad craze right now.
No, there's not.
I swear to God, grocery stores are now selling cucumbers sliced thinly in these white, deli containers. Because
What do you do?
okay, so there's one account that started it. I don't know his name. Let's just call him.
Mr. Cucumber?
I'd rather not call him that.
That could be taken so many ways.
Okay. No, I don't know his name. But what he did was, his first one might have been a take on a sushi roll.
Okay.
But he has these cucumbers and he'll put in there some soy sauce and mayonnaise and crab meat and sesame seeds, whatever, and then shakes it up and they're delicious.
Oh, wait a minute. So he's just adding it to the tub.
To this tub,
Okay.
and then shakes it up, which to me, I'm like, can we not do a bowl and just stir it? I don't understand.
The shaking's fun.
But that's part of the thing. Grocery stores are selling them pre-cut because people can't be
I
bothered
love
to cut a
cucumbers,
cucumber. So here's my story on cucumbers and the only reason I'm even bringing this up is Zachary, who cracks me up anyway, says, my kids grew up eating a lot of cucumbers. That was one vegetable that we happened to have a lot of or had regularly. And I would make cucumber salad regularly.
Okay.
And Zach's like, do normal people not eat cucumbers? Why all of a sudden are they this thing that's happening? And I said, well, I don't know. I grew up, and I hope I don't get canceled for this.
This ought to be good.
So we had something growing up called hunky salad. And I had to ask one of my siblings because I didn't know if it meant hunks of food, but that's not what it meant. It was hunky is a term for people, Hungarian people.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know that it's always had a positive connotation, but the people that I know that used it, it was like a worker, a Hungarian or Slovenian or Ukrainian working type person.
Okay.
Which my family is part of, and on the west side there is a large part of.
Okay.
So this hunky salad is basically just cucumbers, onions, peppers, tomatoes, garlic, salt, pepper, red wine vinegar, oil.
Yeah.
My sister baby said you keep adding the vinegar until you cough, and then that's when it's enough, or kind of chokes you a
Wow.
little bit. So that's anyway. That was the hunky salad is something that we just always had around. So we kind of thought everyone did. So that's my story. And part of the reason we always had it too was my great uncle, and I'm giving him a shout out, even though he's been dead for probably
He's listening
40
in
years.
heaven. Yes.
Yeah. He lived probably 10 minutes from us, and he had a huge garden where he would grow tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers,
And had all the ingredients
had
for the
all the
salad.
ingredients that he grew.
A hunky garden.
A hunky garden. He sure did. And he was not allowed to drink at his house. His wife wouldn't let him. So
Good
he would
rule.
bring the veggies over to our house and have a few drinks during the day. And he didn't get in trouble, and he brought us candy. And anyway, that's Uncle
That's
Audie.
a fun story.
I think everyone has an uncle like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah. That is a cool story about. I mean, I like cucumbers, but maybe on salads, I don't ever like make an individual dish. Now, obviously, I think everybody's had cucumber salad of some sort. I just think that's just kind of a.
I'll admit it. I ask for my salads, like if I go to McAllister's or whatever, I ask for my salad without cucumber.
weirdo.
So you don't like them.
So you don't like a vegetable that is also a good source of hydration? You don't like that?
Are you trying to make
Do you
me
like
feel
celery?
horrible? I don't love celery, but I'll eat celery before I'll eat it. I'll eat celery, but I
Okay.
won't. The cucumber I won't do.
I do like cucumber. I'm going to have to look into that because when you told us about the TikTok craze with the soup.
Yeah.
I mean, I made that like the next week,
And?
and it was a good comfort food and easy, and it was delicious.
Well, I just want to let you know that I am on TikTok, and
you look
no
at hot men
point-
on TikTok. You look at like videos
what
of
if-
like the
what if-
lumberjack.
What if a hunk was making hunky salad?
You'd be all
Then
for it.
I would be all for it. No, but I have not seen. I like to think that my For You page
I'll
is
send you guys. Well,
is just really chock full of what's really hot and happening. But I have not seen a cucumber come across my page. So don't say it.
so you say.
So I say. Okay. I don't have nearly as much of a fun story about the food that I want. And this is telling because the food that I thought of that made me happy was sweet, because why would I like a salad? That's
I'm sorry.
good for you, Tracy.
I'm a health nut.
Well, this is my take. You are a health nut. This is my take on something that I think is healthy. I'm not really sure. I really have not. I didn't break down the macros, as they say,
I
in
know
the
the
categories.
macros.
I just know that there's more protein. I don't know how much. And that's supposed to be better for you. So my treat that is high in protein. So I call it cookie dough. I might have even saw it on TikTok. So my part of TikTok is pretend sweet things, and yours is cucumber. So it's basically a little bit of peanut butter, that's where you get most of the calories. So peanut butter and a couple scoops of Greek yogurt and a scoop of protein powder and some honey. And then you mix it all up, and then you add some little chocolate chips. And does it taste like cookie dough? No. Does it look like cookie dough? Yes.
And it's probably sweet.
But it's sweet. And just because it looks like it, it just kind of, it satisfies whatever sweet tooth I have.
You're a simpleton.
I'm very simple, as we all know. So my pretend cookie dough, so it has a ton, like one scoop of the protein powder is 20 grams of protein.
It has a lot of protein.
So and the
And the
Greek yogurt has 17 grams of protein. And then the peanut butter just has like 6 or something like that.
That's
So that's just an FYI. That was my fun food. Did you have any food that made you happy, Kim?
well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing that makes me more happy than a crisp Diet Coke and a fresh order of McDonald's French fries.
Oh.
That's my go-to when I'm hormonal. That's my go-to when I'm stressed. Or if, like I haven't I don't get it that often.
Right.
So if I'm maybe making a Target run by myself, this is when the kids, like were
Treat
little,
yourself.
I would be like, ooh, I'm going to go and get a small fry and a large Diet Coke and eat it on the way to Target. I mean,
Yeah.
that is, and it's, there's nothing healthy about what that.
No, but
but it's just something about it. Just, it's like a guilty pleasure.
It is. It's the treating yourself. And I think sometimes, at least for me, most of the time, it's the smaller things that I treat myself to that for
Yes.
some reason seem so wonderful. Like if for some reason, I got like a new set of pens, just pens you write with.
Mm-hmm.
Super exciting for me. And they were $3.
Yeah.
A lip gloss. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Go get a new lip gloss.
Yeah, it's very
Life
exciting.
changing. Yeah. So I'm with you on the little things. One thing that I did put down when I sat and thought, what makes me happy? One of the first things I thought of was live music, and I think we can all agree.
Yeah, that was on mine too.
We all love live music. And Tracy and I just went to a concert together. I had an extra ticket to see the Red Clay Strays because my husband didn't want to go. Okay, maybe he was sick, but I don't think he wanted to go that much. And last minute, I was like, Tracy, can you go? And she said, well, I don't know any of their songs. And I said, I know. Do you want to go? And then she said yes. That was, she went in knowing very little.
I believe you replied, it's free. And
It's
I
a free
said,
ticket.
Okay, I'll go.
I had to look them up when I saw that you went
Yeah.
to see who they were.
I didn't know who they
because
were.
I'd never heard of them.
And I'm sure I heard him on the radio or something. And it's not usually my thing. I'm not super country gal.
Yeah,
Were they folksy country or like yeehaw country?
folksy.
Okay.
Kind of gospel-y almost.
Okay, it's kind of what's popular
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
So yeah.
And
okay.
and the lead singer kind of has an old school vibe. Like he greases his hair back, kind of has an Elvis-y movement
Elvis-y,
about
Johnny
him.
Cash.
Yeah, like an old soul
vibe.
type.
Yeah. The whole band isn't in on that, but he is.
Yeah.
And it's just, it doesn't seem to be an act. It seems to be very like who he is. But they all were incredible musicians. And it's just that seeing live music's especially done well. I'll take it any way I can get it. But when it's especially done well.
and in a good setting, like that's a good setting.
it was
where you saw it.
at the Mira, makes me happy.
Yeah, live music makes me so happy.
So I was just thinking, we were just talking about how the podcast here, we're going on our field trip to see live music at the beginning of October.
Yes, we are.
We are going to see our boyfriend, Benson Boone. He is our collective boyfriend, and Kim reminded us that he did perform on the VMAs that happened last week. And I did get to see him perform. He was wearing a lovely bedazzled jumpsuit.
He is good. He is entertaining.
He did a flip off the piano. I just hope we're not there when he trips or slips and something happens and he
Now, why do
hurts
you have
himself.
to jinx it?
Oh, now I'm jinxing it. He's the one putting his life at risk.
You're not wrong. I don't like that he does that. To do that on live TV,
I know.
ballsy. Because
I know.
Like one misstep, one not quite turn.
Yeah.
Felt pretty good about himself, I guess.
Well, and I'm happy for him. So yes, no, live music makes me happy. And anywhere, like we went to Old National Center. We've been to, the old big ones like Deer Creek or whatever it's called now. Shut up, Tracy. But I also like the Hi-Fi down in Fountain Square. If you're in the Indianapolis area, if you've never been to Fountain Square to the Hi-Fi, it's about as big as this attic, and some very good people play there, so it's fun. So that's one thing the first thing that I thought of that brought a smile to my face, other than my sweet treat. If I could have my sweet treat at live music, I'd be super happy.
Yeah.
Tracy, what was another thing that came to your
I
mind?
do have one other food related item that I want to say since we're on the topic. Candied jalapenos. I was not aware of them until like a few months ago. They are sweet, but hot still.
Yeah.
They are
where are
delicious.
they?
I got them just at Kroger. There's like the Mount Olive in with the pickles area. But Trader Joe's has some, and I think other places are starting to have them. They are delicious on absolutely everything. Good on salads, good on hot dogs, good on nachos.
Could you just eat them plain?
Yes, you sure could. Nobody could stop you. So, and I do have a favorite chili oil that it's been my favorite for a couple of years, and it's starting to pick up steam from other people, and like the stores are sold out of it, and they're selling it on Amazon, and I am not telling what it is because I am sick of everyone buying it.
Well, what are you talking about, chili oil?
Like as a seasoning or just a dressing? Or either or.
It's like in a jar, and you put it like I eat it mainly on eggs, but I eat it on everything else too.
Oil? Is it
Did
in
I
the
stutter?
oil section?
Chili oil.
Is it in the oil
It's
section?
in the Asian section. It's like a condiment in a jar. You would
condimenting
spoon it
thing,
on.
okay.
It's good on top of I don't know, sushi,
Well, now I'm going to go buy all of it so you can't have it. It's,
ramen, pho, all of those things.
watch
It's
your
good on
mouth.
there.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of, I mean, I'm not, I'm saying it right, tahini? Is it?
Yeah,
yes.
So that is, I see this at TJ Maxx a lot, like gummy bears that are covered in that. So
Tahine.
It's not tahini.
Tahine. That's
Pardon me
okay.
if I put
I don't
the
know.
name
I thought you
wrong.
were talking about something
Tahine.
else.
So it is a
Like the
chili
bean
type.
paste. Yeah,
And then it's like when you said that about the jalapenos, that's what made me think
Yeah.
of it. Like peach rings that are dipped in that.
People in other cultures put it on
Everything.
a fruit though,
Yeah.
but like it goes good with sweet. Just like we grew up eating salt on watermelon.
Yeah,
It's that
that's
same
true. I guess it
theory.
is the same thing. Yeah.
But it's got a little spice to it. It's not my favorite.
No,
but,
I mean
Zach
I've
likes
tried it. Maddie
Yeah.
really likes it. Who's my pickiest eater, which I
Yeah,
find.
Sam likes it.
And I've tried a couple different things, and it's you have to get used to it.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste.
Yes, that's the
Just-
word I was looking.
I
for.
knew.
Just
I
like
was
you.
helping
Not for everyone.
Oh, really? It's rude.
You got something else?
That's all for now.
Okay. Kim, what you got?
So I had live music on mine as well.
Good.
And I just have one little side story. My son, who is 25, he likes like music that is played like by musicians. You know what I mean? Like old school stuff. And one of his friends wanted to see Ringo Starr because he was like, I want to see at least one of the Beatles before they're all gone. And they went to Ohio this past weekend, and I don't think Jack doesn't really ask a whole lot. I'm going to see Ringo Starr. Where? I don't know. Anybody else coming with him? I don't know. So the next day he was like, this concert I went to last night was amazing. And I said, really? And he goes, well, there was this guy that sang Africa and Rosanna, not Africa. Oh, Africa. And I go,
Toto?
the lead singer of Toto? And he said, yeah, he was there. And he goes, and then the guy that sings, and he started singing all these Men at Work. He started playing, not singing. The lead singer of Men at Work, the lead singer of Toto, and Ringo Starr did the show together.
Oh, that's...
And they all did their own, and then they sang together. And he was like, I don't know if I've ever been to a show with so many different, like, instruments being played, musician, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
So he, as a 25-year-old, was like so impressed.
Well, it's just fun. I'm amazed by it every time when I see someone that's really good at that.
And he said, and they sound exactly like they sound on when you hear it on the
Which is
radio.
saying something.
And they're in their 70s, 80
Yeah.
possibly. I mean, Ringo
Yeah.
Starr's got to be pushing 80.
Yeah.
He said they were so good. I was so jealous.
And he didn't even know what he was walking
he
into.
had no idea what he was walking into. So, so live music was on mine. Not that I am a world traveler at all, but anyone that knows me knows that I love a good vacation. Whether it's just a long weekend or just a little getaway. I clean houses for a living, and I always say that's my vacation fund.
Yes.
Because once I'm going on one little trip, I've got another one planned, and nothing extravagant. Although I would, at some point in my life, like to go to some places other than just Florida.
Right.
And at least say I'm a little more cultured. But I love the ocean.
Do you
I
have
love
a
the beach.
trip planned right now?
Mary and I are going to go tag along with my sister and her family on fall break.
I forgot about fall break.
And like last year, I was like, "Oh, Mary's not. I'm not going to be able to do fall break anymore." Well, I found a way. So
Good.
That worked out good for you.
it worked out good. So, and that's probably my favorite time of year to travel because it's like the last hurrah of having
Right.
some sunshine and
Right.
the beach.
It is so funny that you say that because it's not that I don't love to travel, but when I thought, oh, what makes me happy? I said being at home.
That's okay.
I'm like, but you know what I mean? Like it just takes every kind. But I thought, you know what? I like being at home. The perfect scenario would be like if the kids were all home and my mom and sister were here and we just were hanging out doing nothing in particular, like playing categories. We play that as a
There's
family.
nothing wrong with that. That would make me very happy too.
We play as a family. Horrible things are said to everyone. Dumb answers are said that people will never live it down. We laugh, we drink.
That's nice.
It's just
nice.
love. But I thought, you know what? And I do like going places, but I think I like staying home more.
Yeah, I'm not a good
Weirdo.
Yeah, I'm not a good pre-traveler. I think I just get anxious to travel. No matter, I do. And so it does take me a couple days to like kind of find my groove. But I just, first of all, I like having something to look forward to.
Yes.
And I think that's the one time in my life, in my daily life, that I can really like do nothing.
Yeah.
Do nothing. Like Joe, my husband and I are complete opposite travelers. I'm nothing. I want to get up when I want to. I want to take a nap when I want to. I want to,
lay in the sun.
And if I get to do that a couple times a year, I don't know. It just,
it recharges you.
It recharges me. Yeah.
Rob and I do have one trip planned in October. Near the end, we're going to go to Montreal. And I've never been to Montreal. And all I said was, hey, why don't we go to Montreal? And then the best part was he did everything else. Like I booked the flight, and that's pretty much it. Like
why did you pick Montreal? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I was trying to think of a place we could go because we're only going to go for like 4 days. Mm-hmm. So like last year we went to Key West. Yeah. So it's like I wanted to go someplace that wasn't too far. So I wasn't spending originally I was like, let's go to Vancouver. Let's go to, San Francisco. Well, it takes so damn long to get there that it's mostly travel. So I was we to think of places that were
direct,
not even direct, but semi-close. Like it's not going to take a whole day to travel there. And we went south last time, so I thought north. And
okay.
So Rob's been learning French using Duolingo.
I love Duolingo.
You use it?
Yeah.
Okay, listening to him, I told him that I said, oh, great. When we're in Montreal, we can ask the cat where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
He's learning really random vocab, so
that's okay.
Okay.
Better than no vocab.
That's true.
Are you gonna? I know that you like hockey. Are you gonna?
We are. We are going to take in a Canadiens game. They are playing the Blues. Because the regular season starts like the second week of October, and we're going like the third week. So yeah,
nice.
we will.
So you'll get to experience.
We will see hockey in French. Yes.
Nothing like French hockey.
I just love it. Tracy, what you got?
Okay, my next one. I'm back to TikTok. Sorry, I spent time there. It is a creator by the name of Nina Poole.
Know her?
Yeah, you do know her.
Yeah.
So she is. She has a superpower based in her autism, and it is finding dupes for high-priced products. And she will find things and she will look at the ingredients list and then go to Dollar Tree and find something that has
the same stuff,
all the same stuff. And then she's like, okay, there's a couple little minor things, but really this is all the basic whatever. Or
you're just paying for packaging and marketing at that point.
So she does not just Dollar Tree, a lot of it's Dollar Tree, but
have you ever tried anything that she had talked about?
Oh yeah, a couple of the different face things, and I don't know the difference, but okay, I'll try them for $1.25.
Yeah.
And she's very, very likable. Like everyone loves her.
Nina Poole.
Okay. Yeah.
She's cute. Yeah.
Yeah. She's cute. And she also plays, roller derby, and she's just a little bit bizarre, like tattooed, and she's just a lot of fun to watch. And I just like the way she talks about the different things. And like everyone knew back in the day that you could use hemorrhoid cream for your face, for wrinkles or whatever.
But
she
my grandma's did.
Yes.
I didn't know.
But she has like a lot of other householdy type products like that.
I'm gonna have to.
That can be used for other things. So
yeah, I do love a good dupe because
me too.
You know when like that is it the Allure magazine comes out with like drugstore dupes for all the super expensive makeup and beauty stuff. I'm all about that.
Oh, I love
and
a good
she even
dupe.
takes it. She takes the dupe that Allure gives you and gives you a dupe with a dupe.
Okay.
Like,
And she
Oh, I'm
calls him
gonna have-
Duperoni.
Okay.
And
I'm
she's
gonna
like,
have-
who wants Duperoni? Whatever.
That is funny.
Oh, and she also has a thing, and I don't think I'm going to get it right. I'm not going to get it exactly right, but she has this little jingle that she started singing that basically says, you're broke. You don't have no money. You're broke. You don't have no money. And like, she's like, okay, so then here's the product.
yeah.
But she keeps saying that to people because all these people are buying all these things that they can't afford.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, look her. Yeah.
I am. I just typed it in my phone and I had to
Good.
look her up.
Meaningful.
The next thing that I thought of when I think, what makes me happy? And this, it really did. It came before the cookie dough. I'm going to be honest. The cookie dough wasn't first. Live music wasn't first. I call it coffee talk. Now, coffee talk is something I said because I'm old. And if you remember the old Saturday Night Live skit with Mike Myers when he pretends to be an old New York
Yep.
Jewish woman.
Yes.
And he called it coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
And he has his friends and they talk and they have coffee and so it's just about talking. Well, I consider what we do up here coffee talk.
Yeah.
So basically to me, and I love like in the mornings when Lillian's home and my mom gets up and like if Elizabeth is visiting, we say, oh, when's coffee talk? And so no matter if you're drinking coffee or not, we all gather and it's just random
Yeah.
chit-chatting. And that's basically what we do here. So I figured this is one of my favorite versions of coffee talk. But in the mornings, like it's inconsequential. We might be talking about what we saw on TikTok. Oh, did you see this? It might be time to do our puzzles. Oh my gosh. So then we'll sit there and we'll all try to do Connection and Wordle and whatever other little puzzles we do and talk about that. Just time
Yeah.
and I do love coffee. But coffee to be part of coffee talk does not require us drinking coffee.
Okay.
But
Although it is preferred.
it is preferred, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
But I consider this coffee
Yeah.
talk. So it makes me happy just to sit around and,
It's making me verklempt.
oh my God, don't say verklempt. Oh my
She
God.
said, "Oh, coffee talk."
Oh my God. And she had really long nails. It was good. So yeah, so I do love coffee talk with the gals.
Yeah.
I guess boys could be there too, but usually they're not. So
Their loss.
yeah, it is. It is. Tracy, what you got?
The next one I'm going to say, and I'm not going to give very much information on it, but it is a documentary that came out on Netflix a couple nights ago called Into the Fire.
I just saw the ad for that.
So good.
What is it?
It is only a 2-part
Yeah,
true
so-
crime.
What is it?
Is it
Missing
foreign?
person. Nope.
Okay.
How does this make you happy?
It was so good. And it's been a hot second since I've watched a really good
Okay.
documentary that I thought was well done.
Say it again.
Into the Fire.
What's it about?
It is a missing person. That's all I can say because
Okay.
I don't want to give away too
That's
much.
okay.
So Into the Fire, 2-part, characters that were really good. I will say one other thing is that there is a detective in there that they have live footage from some things, and he does an amazing, amazing job as an interrogator.
I love a good
So,
documentary.
Into the Fire,
Okay, I do love
Netflix.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Moving on.
Kim, you got anything else?
I so I clean. I already said that. And it used to be that I would back in the olden days when I first started cleaning that I would just didn't even have earbuds at that time. Just listen to music
Yeah.
on my phone. So then podcasts became a thing. And it's changed my whole world when I clean because I just escape into podcasts. So I really like true crime podcasts. But I've come across a couple others that I have been fascinated with. And I don't consider myself somebody that gets really into the gurus out there, the self-help gurus, or I don't know. They just kind of wear on you and kind of get on your nerves. And if you've heard one, you've heard them all. But there's a lady, and I'm sure people have heard of her. Her name's Mel Robbins.
I love her.
That has a Mel Robbins podcast. And I kind of looked at the bio of her podcast to see, like, what is she? Well, I don't know. She's an author. She's a public speaker. She kind of created her own brand. She's a little polarizing to begin with, but she is fascinating. And I don't know how many times she records. I feel like there's always a new one. the one that I had recommended to you was about, she had an interview with a hospice doctor.
Oh yeah, that was her. Okay.
It was really, really good. And I listened to one, it's one of her brand new ones, just this week about her encounter with an owl, OWL. And the beginning of it is, I'm going to tell you how an owl changed my life. And I was like, okay. It was fascinating.
Okay, now I have to listen to this because we have an owl that lives in our backyard.
And I'm telling you, I think that I may become obsessed with trying to find more out about owls. And I might be like, I don't have a spirit animal, but I think that's going to become my spirit animal. And once you listen to this story and to this podcast and the meaning that owls are messengers.
I do know.
So I'll just leave it at that. They're messengers. I didn't watch the Harry Potter movies or read the books, but the owls traveled between worlds. So she's fascinating. She is probably our age. She's got, a couple daughters that are in their 20s and a son that she just sent off to college. She's fascinating, and she's just makes you feel good after you listen to it. And I highly, highly recommend it. And I just think it's called The Mel Robbins Show.
Mel Robbins. Okay.
She went extra viral in the past year over Let Them.
Yes.
She did a thing about,
oh my God,
people are going to do this. They're going to be better than you. They're going to have more than you. Let them. People are going to whatever, let them. Whatever it is, like whatever other people are going to do.
Let them.
She has such good wisdom.
Let it go, kind of.
I follow her on
philosophy.
Instagram. You gave me the chills because your friends quit talking to you. Let them. You're, live your life. And I'm not, again, I don't get into all that, the Tony Robbins of the world. I was
going to ask, is she related to Tony Robbins?
No. It is Robbins. Yeah, no, she's not. But this owl story and the hospice, and the hospice is not depressing.
No, it wasn't.
It was not depressing. It gives you, I need to hear probably on a daily basis perspective.
Right.
Like, think, it's all about training your brain to think differently. But anyways, and then I have to give a shout out. There is a true crime podcast that I listen to, and it's not gory, and it's not like you're going to listen to these shows and think, oh, it's historical true crime. And I've talked about it before. And she goes back into the 1800s, early 1900s, and she's fascinating. And it's called Buried Bones. Those two are, and the guy that she does Buried Bones with, his name's Paul Holes. He's like a true crime, star as far as his detective work. And
so is it kind of like the Eric Larson book, that one, Devil in the White City?
Yes.
When he uncovered
she goes to depths where she'll go and travel and visit graveyard. It is such a good show.
The name of it again?
Buried Bones.
Buried Bones. Okay.
So those, podcasts make
well, now
me
I
happy.
have to listen to that.
And ours, of course.
I have to listen to that owl one because it's so weird you say that. Because this owl is new to our backyard. So our neighbors, it lives in our neighbor's tree right over here. Mm-hmm. And
it's rare to even be like, we're not in a very
it's not that wooded
country area.
No.
So to have an owl, and I'm telling you,
I've heard the hooty hoos. That's technically exactly how they sound. Hooty hoo. I was like, it must be an owl. But the other day I found a white feather in my backyard, and I looked up because it was huge. I looked online. I'm like, well, what's the meaning of a white feather? Why is there? And the white feather, talk about being like a messenger.
I'm telling you, Rachel.
It's a messenger from the owl. Because I asked my neighbor, I'm like, did the owl have any white on it? She's like, oh yeah, its underbelly was all white. I'm like, that owl just left me a feather.
You're going to freak out after you listen to this podcast.
Oh my God.
Have you listened to the new one?
I'm going to have to lock my door. The owl will be trying to break in. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm not a bird person.
No, I think they're creepy.
It makes me... Their family went full on crazed over owls, and you'll understand after you listen to it. It's amazing.
Well,
okay,
I got something to learn.
And you've got a messenger back there.
Oh my gosh!
So
he was talking to me last night. He hides. He doesn't like to come out, but he hides out by the pond, and I can hear him. I'll be listening extra close. The last thing that I had on my list of things that make me happy is so stupid that it made me laugh out loud. I put down that one of my things that makes me happy is watching a really, really stupid reality television show with my family and friends.
I just finished one.
I mean, they're all so dumb, and you're like, oh, that's dumb. And if I watched it by myself, it would be dumb and whatever. But it's not that. It's the watching it with other people. Okay, so Lillian and I got into, well, she's always loved Chopped and Chopped Junior. It's a cooking thing.
Yes.
Anything with kids. Junior, the great baking show, Junior, like with the kid.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't sit and watch it by myself, but when she and I watch it, it's like Mystery Science Theater. We laugh so hard, and it's just stupid. Like, we watch The Bachelorette. We got...
You do get addicted to that stuff, and you get invested in
I wouldn't have thought it was even that fun to watch, but to talk to her about it, talk about coffee talk, we have to break that stuff down. We just the premiere of Dancing with the Stars.
We watched it last night.
Did you watch?
I can't believe you have that as one of your things, because that is like my most favorite time of year. My entire family watches it. Oh boy, was that.
My mom came in. Okay, so when you add my mom with Lillian into any story, it is so funny. So Mom didn't know who most of the stars were.
Yeah, it was.
And I had to admit, I didn't know who some of the stars were.
Calling some of them stars is a little bit of a
I
stretch.
think Maddie likes to say public figures,
Well,
because
I was kind of
there aren't stars.
Dancing with the public figures.
And there's equal parts good and bad with Dancing this season.
Well,
there's a lot of bad.
The one girl that had the documentary about her being a
The very last
fraud,
one, the heiress, the fake heiress,
Yeah.
the one.
they called her an entrepreneur. Isn't she a felon? Like, she got out of
She's got
jail.
an ankle bracelet on.
Why are we celebrating that?
Well, you could tell by the way the audience responded to everything last night. She will be the first to go. Nobody wants her there.
Well, the thing that was hilarious is that she said, and this is one time, of course, my mom, the conversation between my mom and Lillian about who she was, my mom's like, wait a minute, wasn't she that person on that one Netflix show about her? So my mom knew the whole story, and Lillian's like, yeah. She's like, well, why is she there? And Lillian's like, I don't know. And then she opened her mouth. The girl, she was so unlikable. She's like, I'm here just to, I want people to, I'm trying to, reinvent myself. I'm like, as any good con artist would do. And she's like, I want people to like me, like to see a different side of me. And
she gave me the heebie-jeebies. Like,
I don't have a problem with criminals. I don't like them. I don't like ones that take advantage of other
let's
people.
not promote them.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, watching Dancing with the Stars.
It is. I'm telling you, I love that show.
I don't even love the show, but watching it with my mom talking about the outfits people were wearing, and we were howling. It was really funny. Another show that Rob usually doesn't join in. He's been pulled into The Bachelor a few times, but one time we were on vacation somewhere and we had downtime. It was raining or something. We sat in the hotel, and watched Below Deck. Have you ever watched
I've
Below
watched
Deck?
a couple episodes of Below Deck, and it gives me, doesn't it make you claustrophobic?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I
just
would never.
the closed quarters of where they
People
work.
with more money than they know what to do with.
Yeah. Yeah.
He and I binge watched probably like hours and hours of it, and he was glued to the set. He's like, well, what's Captain Lee gonna do now?
Hang around, you'll find out.
That is a crazy show.
So anyway, for some reason, watching a really bad reality TV show with anyone brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's why they're so popular.
Tracy, you got anything else?
I have one more.
Okay.
And the fact that you said joy kind of works right into it. The Joy Spun pajamas at Walmart. If you don't know of the Joy Spun brand of pajamas,
Are they on sale next to the cucumbers that are already cut?
they're always on sale. They range in price from like $7.96 to maybe $15. Night shirts with pockets, or two-piece like pants shirt or shorts shirt. Every young person that I know that gets them loves them. They come out with different seasonal patterns. They are the softest pajamas that you will ever own.
Okay.
Joy what?
Another
Joy-
thing I'm adding to my
Joy
list.
Spun, Joy.
Do I have to go to Walmart?
Yes, they're exclusive.
Joy Spun.
Okay, they are so cute. The holiday ones, they'll be like Halloween out right now. The patterns are adorable. The colors stay sharp, and they are the softest pajamas in the free world. So,
Okay. I'm all about good. You know, like I love getting pajama bottoms from TJ Maxx. They always have like really soft, you know, like cozy pajama bottoms, seasonal type things. Now I'm going to have to go to Walmart.
I have a question. A little particular about, because I don't really have pajamas per se. I wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt, but I'm
Adam
not.
Sandler.
I do look like Adam Sandler each evening before I go to bed. But I do that because I don't do the shirts not have like I always hate button up pajama stuff. Button ups are a no for me.
Yeah, some of them do, but not all of them.
Okay,
Yeah,
because I don't
I'm
like
a
the shirt with the
type shirt. No, I don't like a button up shirt.
It's stupid.
You
And
have
I'm
options.
really just I would.
And the nightshirt is really old lady wonderful.
No, I love
But
that.
the young girls,
Are you trying to belt it and wear it out to work?
You could wear it. I'm certain you could wear it to Walmart and you'd be just fine.
Okay, well, I hope on this fun edition of Up for Grabs that we have given you something to be happy about. And maybe if you haven't thought about what makes you happy, it shouldn't be hard.
No.
And it was, but it shouldn't be. It's as easy as a good pair of pajamas from Walmart, really.
That's right.
So yes, thank you for sharing your joys and happiness with me. It reminds me to be grateful. And are you taking a picture?
Live action shot.
Live action shot. I don't know where we're going to see that. Hopefully not on line anywhere. Thank you so much for joining us on Up for Grabs. If we sparked anything, if you think of something that makes you happy that we didn't talk about, please get in touch with us on all of our platforms, and we will see you next time. Thanks.